Now to a CBS exclusive. The mother in this video, who was attacked while protecting her children, is speaking publicly. She and her son were brutally attacked by a group of kids on Monday, and this video has caught the attention of many across the country. Now, that community is stepping in to help move her out of the South Deering neighborhood. She only spoke to our Sharday Gray about this horrific attack, and Sharday is live in our newsroom with more from this exclusive story.
Well, Marie, Corshawnda Hatter says she's still in physical pain after she and her son were brutally attacked with her young daughter just steps away. Her legs are bruised and it's hard for her to walk. But what hurts her the most is her children are still suffering.
My son is, he's very devastated. He'll wake up out of the middle of his sleep screaming. He'll scream, "Mommy, are you there?"
Hatter says her 9-year-old son and 6-year-old daughter are traumatized after watching their mom get attacked by a group of kids. In this video, we've blurred the faces of those involved because they're all minors. We've stopped it after she was dragged to the ground because of how brutal it is. Her son was beaten, and she says one of the kids pulled her daughter's hair. Her daughter stood off to the side crying, watching her brother and mother get attacked.
I felt helpless because I was down on the ground and he was down on the ground and he's looking at me screaming like, "Mommy, please help me, help me." I couldn't get up myself. I couldn't do nothing.
She's sick. She has sickle cell. So I guess they seen a little weakness on her because she's kind of walking a little slow. And they have no right to put their hands on an adult.
But I just saw her live right here.
That's her partner, Devon Lee, who was at work when the attack happened. Hatter went on to tell me that her son has been bullied for the past 2 years at Orville Bright Elementary School because of the way she walks and talks, all of the results of her sickle cell disease. Hatter tried to talk to the school about the bullying, but she says they didn't do anything about it. Yesterday, a large group of parents came to the school to show their support for the mother and to put an end to bullying. The community immediately stepped in and moved her out of South Deering and into an undisclosed location. Hatter says she's pressing charges against the parents of the kids who attacked her. As for her children, they'll be transferred to a different school, and she's looking to get therapy for them. Reporting in the newsroom, Sharday Gray, CBS News, Chicago. Marie.
Sharday, thank you for that exclusive story.
People say that back in their day, we had respect enough not to hit adults. Stop lying. This has been going on for years. This is what happens when governments separate families and people go along with it. This is what happens when parents don't take accountability for their kids. This is what happens when you don't talk to your kids, when you don't learn to communicate with them so that you can get on an understanding with them so that they are more capable of coming to you with questions, answers, all of these things to talk to you. These kids that beat this lady up, they are the ones that will be going to jail when they get older or when they're younger. But what's going to happen is we keep letting this happen, and then we're going to call for jail sentences for younger and younger kids. Instead of doing your job, stop neglecting these kids. Form families so they have a strong footing and a strong foundation.
Raise your hand if you're married. None of you are married. Raise your hand if you would like to be married to your baby's father. One. The rest of you who don't plan to get married, why don't you plan to get married? I'd like to know that.
You already have your child to think about, and then a whole family to care for. You know, it's a lot of responsibility.
And how is that working out for you? That a lot of responsibility could have been distributed amongst 2 people instead of 1. You could have had 2 incomes instead of 1. You could have had 2 people giving 2 sides of things so that you would have a well-balanced kid instead of 1. Look at how this social experiment worked out.
And then you don't want the commitments.
I wouldn't want no man holding me down because I think I can make it as a single parent.
But don't you think you might need help in raising that baby from a man?
Not really. I didn't have a father. My father wasn't in the home, so, it really, male figures are not substantially important in the family.
This is what happens because this experiment of not needing a man in the house and you collecting from the government and the government becoming your kid's daddy, your government will come back to collect for the money that they spent on you. And how will they make that back? How will they make that back? They will make it back by sending this kid that they raised through their government assistance, and they will come put him on punishment. And when that dad puts you on punishment, you sit behind bars, and that's how they collect. Because then they pay the private prisons to take care of your grown-up kid for the rest of their life. No, we should not be bullying. But if you talk to your kids, show them the right way, this 9 times out of 10, no one's perfect, but 9 times out of 10, we will not have this problem. People are yelling about the baby formula stuff, that social experiment. But this social experiment's been going on for quite some time. You don't think we really need each other? The family's falling apart. Can we clean this up? Uncle Scruff, I'm out. Uncle Scruff, get it off your chest. What do you think of that analysis? We out.
Hurry up and get the shit off your fucking chest.